It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme tonight. We're just moments away from the action, under the lights, on Sunday night.
Both teams riding 2-0 starts here. We'll get the turkey and move to 3-0 as week 3 gets underway. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets it forward to steal about a yard out of that. Tackled by Jack Campbell. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes them to 3rd and 5. From the gun is Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. From the gun, McCaffrey. And it's a 3-yard gain through the traffic. Jared Verse on the tackle.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a 49er first down. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. He's contained at the line for no gain. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Now their opening drive's certainly going according to plan, Brock. It's a new set of downs at the 27. Purdy on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. To throw again, it's Purdy. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They toss to McCaffrey, running left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Running back, motioning right. On 3rd down, Purdy. Finding Pearsall. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. This from 30 yards out. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points. Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And leading them out is the second overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
While we all love to talk about the quarterback, he really wasn't at the forefront of their win last week, Kate. Kind of took a step back and let some of his teammates shine. Yeah, he made a good mark with a touchdown pass, a bad mark with an interception. Welcome to life in the NFL as a quarterback. You know he wants to make a little more noise, elevate everybody else a little better than he did a week ago.
This is Gibbs on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. From the gun, Stroud. St. Brown there to bring it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Bernardo Green with that tackle.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get 1 step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle. Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Dragons getting their punter out there. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. They're already on a modest little winning streak here, currently in position to stretch it to 3 games as they take the field again. Finds him over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send a tight end in motion. Play action now with Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Here's Purdy to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
He completes it in traffic. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Escapes a defender. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to it. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. to the line they go. It's second down. Purdy throwing here. Reeled in by George Kittle. And they get this down to the 28.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Working inside the red zone. The throw is caught. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
First and goal, San Francisco.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has it down close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's second and goal. McCaffrey will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. One down left before a big decision to make. Do you continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Carlson adds the extra point. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Evans now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense headed back out for its second drive of the contest. They now trail by double digits after that last score, Brock. It's 10-0 partway through here. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. He'll get this to Jefferson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, Stroud. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. And he's brought down for a loss. We're paused here to deal with an injured player, and this is a significant one. Oh, that's Bijan Robinson getting looked at after the play. Throwing on third down, Stroud. Setting up the screen. Oh, stiff arm. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness that's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And that last impressive touchdown drive, now they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. First down throw by Purdy. He's got Ayuk on that slant. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, 49ers.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. Space past the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
And the 49ers first down.
McCaffrey running between the tackles. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
At the 40-yard line.
They stick with McCaffrey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
gain of 4. And it's third down.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. This offense ready to get going again now. Stroud throwing here on 1st. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. On play action, here's Stroud. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. So the ball on the midfield stripe now after that big play. It's 1st and 10. A give left side for Gibbs. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Nick Bosa makes the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 49ers, 44.
Again, it's Gibbs. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And they'll have 1st down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Tight end in motion left. Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Up the middle, Spiller. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Dragons start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. That one right down the middle. And the Dragons cut it to a field goal game. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returning it from the 4. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Purdy throwing here on 1st. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. We've got a break in the action. Looks like someone was shaken up on the play. Medical personnel out now to attend to him. 2nd and 3 now. Here's McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Japan. The 49ers in possession. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. Purdy on 1st down. Finding Pearsall. And they take him down right along the 30. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the gun is Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. Hits him on the out route. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 16-yard line.
Purdy gets this from the pistol. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Sauce Gardner with the INT. Beginning a new drive here, but just 16 seconds to go before halftime. Yep, as expected, they go to the ground to start this one off. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Before we can get a snap on 2nd down, they call timeout. They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, it looks like. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. 3rd and 4 coming up now. All right, I think we know what's happening. They're going to continue running it until this clock runs out. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's Carter on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Dragons and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
An 11-yard loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Stroud. Dumps it off to his running back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They give to Spiller from the... Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! And this is picked up by the 49ers! Hang on now. Looks like we've got an injured player out there and in need of some aid. So we'll step away briefly as they work on him. They'll start the 2nd half with McCaffrey. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you can be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Purdy. We've got a screen to the running back. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Now it's McCaffrey. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Daniel Carlson on for this field goal try. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6. Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Dragons sending their offense back out as we get a look at Isaiah Spiller. And their defense held up after that fumble, only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them, get some points of their own. I'll start on the ground with Gibbs. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Renardo Green with that tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
Stroud. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
He's going to dump this one off to the fullback, complete. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Pick up a 5 on that play, and it'll give him a 1st down. Running back sent in motion. 1st down, Stroud. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Stroud from the pistol. He put everything he had into this one. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete here to Bowers. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And the look outside yields no fruit. They make the stop near the line of scrimmage. No gain for them on 2nd and goal, and now they need 8 on 3rd. Shotgun now for Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. The decision is to take the 3. Out comes the field goal unit for this try. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead in half, down to 3. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Return coming from the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And that's good for a gain of 5. Andrew and Cooper there to make the stop. Offense to the line for 2nd down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. From the 36. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
First down, 49ers.
Play clock down to 0 and the flags come out. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. They'll have to come up with 5 extra yards now after that first down flag. Running it after the penalty. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. He'll take 5 on the carry. That gets him back to even. 2nd and 10 now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Play action now with Purdy. Pearsall there to grab it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. They'll come up 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 10. And the 49ers first down.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop. Drive in dire straits, it's 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Boom! They're now set for 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 21. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. One after from Carlson is up and good. And the 49ers make it a 10-point ball game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The offense headed back to the field. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. They give to Gibbs on the option. Juke the defender. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On play action, here's Stroud. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
I'm just going to say maybe not the guy you want to pick on in coverage on this particular series. Gets a hand on that throw and knocks it away the next time, or he could get 2 hands on it and take it the other way.
And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. He beams one deep right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. So it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stroud now. This is complete to Gibbs. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Stroud now on 3rd. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And that'll bring up 4th and 3. Got all of it, and this is good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit! They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it! And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Complete to Pearsall. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
George Kittle, the intended receiver. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a third and short stop.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that'll push it to double digits in a two-possession game. Carlson all set now for the kickoff.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a two-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
The Dragons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Stroud doing his best to work quickly here.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. Got a man, Bowers has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Tokyo.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. This ball's cut by Bowers. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Have to pick up the pace offensively as they go hurry up. 1st down, Stroud completes this one to Chase. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup.
From the gun, Stroud. This one's caught. And in for the touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Raleigh's set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Has this at the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. They'll start this series with an option left. And this run is stopped after getting up past the 35. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Kittle brings it in. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 5-yard gain on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their 1st. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They stick with McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by the defense, their 2nd. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Rolling left, behind some... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. This finds Smith. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now motion him out of the backfield. Back to throw it. They did it! He made the interception! Sauce Gardner with the INT. And the Dragons have some new life in the 4th.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. That throw behind his intended target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And he's brought down for a loss. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now to throw. That's caught for the first. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here he is to throw. Has it in close. He has the touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while. But that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the 49ers on offense. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Setting up to pass. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Here he is to throw. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Again, it's Gibbs. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Another one for Gibbs. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Hand off to Gibbs from the gun. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Moving in the right direction. 5 yards there, but still got a 3rd and 9 coming up. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one.